I've been a broken record in the last few months about how tired I am of movies that talk about grief and trauma and related topics. Mostly because I think many of them are very rote. Most of them don't have very much to say or are very authentic to the topic they say they are talking about. So I did not walk like I was kind of dreading this one. I was kind of saying, oh, not another one like this. And then I watched it, and within the first few minutes, things were starting to look up. I was really impressed by how careful it was, how detail oriented it was, how good the performance was of specifically of Danielle Detweiler. She is this movie. She doesn't just carry it, she is this movie. And I think on that part, it really works. It absolutely does what it wants to do and what it needs to do, and I think it does that well. So I enjoyed this a lot more than I thought I would. This is a proper movie. This is what we're asking for. And I'm like, I'm absolutely fed up with lazy social commentary and broken metaphors and self-important movies that think just by mentioning a heavy topic that's job done, right? Like Wolfman was an example of this just a few months ago, where the metaphor and the story simply they were at right angles to each other, right? They simply did not have anything to do with each other. Presence had some neat ideas, but it didn't really do justice to the idea of a family that's falling apart. What else did we have in horror? Just gonna bring up a list. The Monkey, absolutely hated that. Self-important, pretentious nonsense, as far as I was concerned. So there's this entire genre that deal with generational trauma, abuse, abusive parenting, these kinds of things. In my opinion, most of them don't do a good job dealing with these topics. Wicked was another one, which I think it's like the most superficial treatment of racism I've ever seen. It's like just so childish, but everybody loves it. Like I have quite high standards for this, and this is like an 8 out of 10. Like in terms of does it get there? There's like small criticisms I have, but overall I can see that this movie is heads and shoulders above all its peers, and yet so many people seem to not accept it. It's weird. I actually saw Never Let Go the other day, right? This is like this Halle Berry movie about a family living in a forest, and the gimmick is that there are monsters in the woods, and they will get you unless you are tied to the house with a rope. And the idea is you can never let go, right? And I actually watched it, and it's actually quite good. I did not enjoy it because of its subject matter, but I recognize its quality. But that movie was completely ignored as well. And if you like this sort of movie and you want to see it well done, like Never Let Go is goes in a similar vein. I think I would say it's even slightly better than this in terms of execution. People always talk about how much they care about these topics and about how they want movies and horror specifically to explore like the darker side of the human condition and the human mind. And then something comes along that actually does it properly, and nobody cares.
That pisses me off. Everything's subjective. We have what our likes, we have our dislikes. I understand. But this movie, even though it presented itself terribly, because like I said, I even said, we watched the trailer, we said this was very generic. However, the movie showed enough, and it did enough, and it had enough that showed that this is not a generic Blumhouse film. Even so, I would have expected
Yeah.
that from people that just saw the trailer. I would have expected these opinions of the movie being bad, for people that actually didn't see the movie, they just saw the trailer. However, for people that actually saw the movie and they still said that this was a bad movie, and the reason they gave is because it's not scary. Come on, man.